Shalom Israel. In this video, I want to talk about the importance of knowing your history, where you come from, your background, your forefathers, and everything in between, right? So first, I want to start off with the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 32, and verse 7. It reads, "Remember the days of old, consider the years of many generations. Ask thy father, and he will show thee, thy elders, and they will tell thee." So in the ancient world, we would go to our elders for knowledge, understanding, counsel. And these elders had this wisdom, knowledge, and understanding through their experiences and the things that they learned from their forefathers. So unfortunately, in today's time, we don't have a lot of these elders. These elders are lacking because, wisdom as a nation is not really dwelling with us due to our disobedience. So it's important that if we do have these elders, we seek them out. But if we don't have these elders, we have to do our research and inquire the history of our forefathers, right? I want to get Job chapter 8 and verse 8. It reads, "For I inquire, I pray thee, of the former age, and prepare thyself to the search of their fathers." So Job is saying that you should inquire of the former age and search out your forefathers. See where they went wrong, see what they did right, and learn from those experiences. Now, if somebody's telling you that, history doesn't matter, why are you still dwelling in the past? Just forget about slavery. You live in America now. Well, you have to question them and ask them, is that according to what the scriptures say? Or is that according to your own feelings? Now, we're not supposed to completely dwell in the past. We do need to move on in a sense, but we can't forget about what happened in the past. We need to dwell there for a point in time to learn from our mistakes. But it's important that moving forward, we carry that information with us because it's going to be a comfort to us. When we are in afflictions, when we, are going through perilous times, which are going to come on this earth, through having, faith in the Most High and remembering the accounts of old and how our forefathers were not confounded because they had faith, it's going to do well for our spirit. And we're going to have hope to see the kingdom, right? I want to get Romans chapter 15 and verse number 4. That's what it says. It says, "For whatsoever things were written aforetime were written for our learning, that we through patience and comfort of the scriptures might have hope." So the things that are written aforetime, the accounts of, our righteous forefathers and foremothers, even the accounts of our wicked foremothers and forefathers, we can have patience and comfort and hope that we may have an opportunity to be saved, so that we can have wisdom and knowledge to be the stability of our time. And that's how you have a stable mind, through meditating upon those acts and seeing how our forefathers didn't lean into their own understanding and they were able to be delivered or blessed in their situations, right? I'm going to get Ecclesiasticus in the Apocrypha, chapter 2 and verse 10. It says, "Look at the generations of old and see, did ever any trust in the Lord and was confounded? Or did any abide in his fear and was forsaken? Or whom did he ever despise that called upon him?" So we have to look at the generations of old and see our forefathers who trusted in the Most High. They didn't lean into their own understanding, and were blessed and were considered righteous. Some of them were of the elect, right? And by looking at these people, these men and women, we can have hope that the Most High, if as long as we're faithful, he can deliver us, he can save us, he can protect us, right? So if anybody's telling you that history doesn't matter, that it doesn't matter where you come from, they're going off. Because where there's no vision, the people perish. The nation will perish if there's no vision. And that vision is a culmination of things that we've seen before. It says in Ecclesiastes that there's no new thing under the sun. So history repeats itself. And we've seen that throughout time. Through the various captivities that Israel's been in as a nation, we can see that due to our disobedience, bad things happen. So in order to get on the Most High's good side and to avoid that punishment, we have to keep his commandments and we have to do his will and not lean into our own understanding. Right? So I want to get one last precept. This is the book of Isaiah, chapter 33, verse 6. And wisdom and knowledge shall be the stability of thy times, and strength of salvation. The fear of the Lord is his treasure. So when all hell breaks loose on this earth, when all the prophecies that are written aforetime to warn us, like in Revelations and Matthew, the 24th chapter, and Luke 21 and 2nd Ezra's, right? These prophecies, as these prophecies come to pass, if we have our treasure in the Lord and the wisdom that we've acquired from reading the scriptures, we'll have hope that we can survive those things because we've constantly reminding ourselves that the Most High is going to be faithful unto us as long as we're faithful unto him. Right? So don't listen to man when he says that history doesn't matter. It's not important. Your forefathers, it doesn't matter. Don't dwell in the past. Now, he's right about not dwelling in the past, but also he's wrong in the sense that we have to actually remember what our forefathers did. Because the more that you don't remember, the more that you don't put things to memory and meditate upon, righteous things and righteous acts, you're going to start to fall into sin and bad things are going to start happening, right? So, Most High willing, this video was edifying and I want to say Shalom.